Hey, what's up? Today, I just wanted to talk about something I've been thinking a lot about recently. And as you may know, Season 3 for Dragon Ball Fighters is actually wrapping up soon. When SS4 Gogeta gets released, that'll be it for all we know. And after that, there might be a Season 4, which I would be cool with, but I would love a Dragon Ball Fighters 2. And that's kind of just what I want to talk about today. So then, what are some things that would be in Dragon Ball Fighters 2? Well, Dragon Ball Fighters already has a lot of stuff in it, which are all great. Honestly, Dragon Ball Fighters is probably one of my favorite games. And it's already a great game with lots of stuff in it. Not many problems, I'm not gonna lie, except for maybe like some people don't like Super Dash. I personally, UI Goku and DBFZ Broly are a slight problem, but you know, that's okay. But one thing I would really like for this game to have, this game should have originally had it, but unfortunately it doesn't. Hopefully, if they do make a Fighters 2, it would be in it. And that is Rollback Netcode. The netcode for Fighters isn't that great. Online is not the best experience, but you know, it's better than like Smash. But yeah, I would love if Fighters 2 had rollback netcode. Guilty Gear Strive is getting rollback netcode. A lot of games have rollback netcode already, like Melee, which is a very old game. And yeah, if Dragon Ball Fighters got rollback netcode, I think that's a pretty perfect game if you ask me. Oh, and if you don't know what rollback netcode was already, it basically, in a nutshell, lets you play with other people, and the online will be very smooth, and you can play with people from like very far away. So hopefully it has it. So in Dragon Ball Fighters, there's a lot of options you have while you're blocking. You can reflect, guard cancel, mash, or really do anything you want. But when you're being comboed or comboing, there isn't really much you can do. Personally, when I do combos, it gets a bit boring sometimes because I've done the same combos so many times in training mode and in game that sometimes it gets like tedious and boring to do. But when I'm being comboed, there is even less to do. All you can do is hold square in a certain direction and hope they drop their combo, and that's really about it. Or just wait for their combo to end. But in a lot of other fighting games, there's lots of things you can do while you're being comboed. In Guilty Gear, there's Burst. In Smash, you can DI out of combos. In BlazBlue Cross Tag, there's a thing called Cross Burst. Melty Blood has a really cool mechanic which I like, where if you press the same inputs as like your opponent's combo, it does less damage. Or I think that's how it works. I haven't seen much Melty Blood in a while, but if I remember correctly, I think that's how it worked. So if in Dragon Ball they added a mechanic that lets you do something while you're being comboed, or while you're comboing you could look out for something and try to bait that thing, that would be really nice. And what I was thinking was, what if you could spark while you're being comboed? I think that would be really, really cool. So, there would be lots of things to look out for offense, like when you think they're gonna spark, right? How can you bait that spark? And I think that could actually lead to some pretty crazy mind games and some different like sparking bait routes and resets that you could do. And it would have a small impact on paper, but it would have a large effect on the way people think while they're comboing or being comboed and on the meta. Also, nobody likes dying with sparking, and I think it would deal with that problem. And because you know, let's say it's limit break, right? You're really gonna die to anything, and you still have spark, but you don't know when to use it, and you get hit and you're dead, and you didn't end up using your spark, and it's kind of a waste because you don't want to die with spark. That's not good. And I think that would be pretty good if you could at least get out a spark while you're being comboed. You know, it's kind of like if you're on your last character and you have half health, you're gonna die to really anything, and you get hit and you still have spark, and you're like, dang, oh well. But it kind of sucks. So yeah, I think that would be pretty nice, and it can turn into a pretty complicated mind game. And maybe it 1v1 wouldn't last like 30 seconds because you got hit by a auto combo and you're at like 70% health to UI Goku. Another thing that I would want in a Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 are the smaller things, and a lot of people would like these too. What I mean by smaller things is things that would not affect the gameplay at all, but would improve the overall experience of this game. And I think that's really important because not only are like the mechanics important, of course they are, but how it looks and how fun it is to like play it and like watch it be played is also extremely important. And that's why one thing I would love is more skins. I would love more skins for different characters, you know, maybe references to old ones. There's already a lot of skins for all the characters in the game, but more would just be nice. For example, you know, what if like Goku and Vegeta had their, in the Super Broly movie, they had their jackets on, you know, that would be pretty sick, I won't even lie. And while I'm speaking of the Broly movie, more stages. We need more stages. How has there not been? I think there's been like one more added stage since the game came out, and that was Galactic Arena, I believe. But like, who even knows what Galactic Arena is? I don't even, I've watched all of Dragon Ball and I don't even recognize that, unless I'm forgetting something. So yeah, like obviously a lot of people want an ice stage. I would love an ice stage too. And with that, dramatic finish please. With like Broly and Frieza. I'm so surprised they didn't add a Broly Frieza dramatic finish. Please. I need one. Or like a Broly Blue Goku dramatic finish, right? That would be cool. Or like kind of like a Jiren Frieza Goku dramatic finish thingy. You have Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta on the same team against S Broly, and you beat him on the ice stage. That would be so cool. And yeah, also more like alts maybe is what I would like. What I mean by skins too. Like if Goku and Vegeta could have their like Super Saiyan, like, or what do you call that, their red hair, I think that would be pretty nice. Like it would not affect, you know, any hitboxes. It just affects how they look, right? And I would really like that. Or if like if Gogeta had like the Super Saiyan hair, like the yellow colored one, I would really like that too. I think those things would be pretty cool. Or like if you could have like a Trunks style was non-Super Saiyan. I really want like a non-Super Saiyan Trunks looking skin. That would be so cool. And like maybe if there's no season 4, like Raditz, please. Raditz. I really want Raditz. Please Bandai, Raditz. Yeah. And another stage, Tournament of Power, and then maybe, just maybe, you could have an Android 17 dramatic finish. Make some use for Android 17. And while you're at it, more dramatic finishes, please. Like, that would be, I already know, I'm not complaining. Like, this game is already beautiful, it looks so good, dramatic finishes are already amazing. But more dramatic finishes would be so good. Like, I can already see some situations where there would be some more dramatic finishes, even with this current roster and these stages, right? So more dramatic finishes would be nice. And also, one more thing. So you know when like you get the destructive finish and like for example like Trunks does his level 3 and you're almost dead, and then like there's like at the end, if it kills, like the big like, you know, yellow beam shoots up, right, or whatever, or like if Goku does a Kame or a spirit bomb, you know, the entire stage blows up and then you see like that big ball thingy, right? If they could add for each character like their custom colors, like blue or base Vegeta or base Goku, what am I saying? Base Goku's spirit bomb, when it kills, the color is, what is it? I believe it's yellow or something like that, which is kind of weird because the spirit bomb is blue, right? So if it was blue, I think that would be pretty nice, a nice touch. Like same with S Broly, when he kills with this level 3, I kind of wish the beam was green. Like Majin Buu, I think 21 has it too. When like they die or they kill, their thing becomes purple, which is nice. Like if Frieza could have a thing where it turned like purple, or 21 and Majin are actually pink, is what I meant to say. And yeah, that would be a nice touch. Like Vegito has it already when I believe when you kill with this level 3, like you have the special effect around it. So yeah, if you could add that for all the characters, just like a different color touch, that would be just perfect. Another small thing that would be nice is having more music in this game. Dragon Ball FighterZ has a decent amount of music, right? But like I would like it if there was like music from like the original Dragon Balls, right? Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, soundtracks from there, because like that's where a lot of people grew up with, and that kind of music I think would be great. So the last thing I would like them to add into a Dragon Ball FighterZ 2, or even just this game right now, I wouldn't even mind that, is fixing something about Super Dash and Raw Tag. So I don't really particularly have any big issues with Super Dash, except for when I do. And when I do, I mean, the tracking is sometimes really whack, and it gets really weird, and I wish they kind of, tone down the tracking a little bit, because you get some really cursed stuff, and I see some of the same setups every single time, the same cursed Super Dash happening in certain situations that aren't even that uncommon, and it's kind of just like really weird to see, and it's like kind of whack. And also, while I'm at it, I kind of hate the camera angle too, like, because in Dragon Ball, the camera angle always follows who's ever on the top, right? So sometimes if you're at the top and you just Super Dash down, sometimes there will be situations where Super Dash will cross up, and it's kind of hard to see which way to block, whether you should block forward or back. Because sometimes Super Dash crosses up when you're in the air, and you can't even see which way it's coming down. So you don't have enough time to react, and it will cross up sometimes. And I kind of also wish they got rid of that too, Super Dash crossing up when it's in the air and you're coming down. Because like when you're coming down, it should be an easy 2H, right? Obviously, until Super Dash crosses up, and then you can't 2H it anymore, and that's when it kind of sucks. And also Raw Tag. I think a lot of people do have a problem with Raw Tag. If you don't know, with Raw Tag, you can get out of some situations that like shouldn't be possible. Because I think Raw Tag has some kind of weird like invincibility thing where you can kind of get out of some situations, and sometimes Raw Tag is faster with Roshi and stuff, and it's hard to react to, and you can get out of some certain situations just with Raw Tag. So yeah, and in most games, getting out your character, if it's like a tag team game, it should be more of like a risk, right? Because you're taking a risk to get out your character for the other one to heal. But in Dragon Ball, it's almost like you get rewarded for for getting out your character, for doing a Raw Tag, instead of taking a risk, which I think it's kind of annoying, It's kind of annoying to deal with. So if they did something, maybe like there has to be some kind of thing, maybe it would cost half a bar to Raw Tags, 3/4 of a bar to Raw Tag, something like that, right? Or straight up just take out the dumb thing and make Raw Tag a normal Super Dash, something like that. I kind of wish they did that. But yeah, that's really all I would add to Dragon Ball. And honestly, with that, I think that would be enough content to make a Dragon Ball FighterZ 2. And I would be so happy if they made it too. If they added some of this into already Dragon Ball FighterZ, I would be extremely happy, I have definitely no complaints, and if they added it, I would be really happy. Dragon Ball FighterZ 2, I'm crossing my fingers it does come. I would really like one. I love this game, and I would obviously play the second one. And I'm just hoping this game doesn't die ever, because anime games are infamous for having a short lifespan. So I'm just hoping this game never dies and people keep playing it, because that's how a game stays alive, right? People keep playing it. Melee's been alive for so many years. It will keep growing. I love Melee. Melee's super fun, even though I'm absolutely horrible at it. Yeah, it's the community that keeps it alive, and hopefully Dragon Ball FighterZ never dies.